It was just a typical Forsaken night. Too much liquor, and my unconscious body sprawling across the desk. What a sight. Fortunately, there was no one to see it. No one who cared. Alive, at least. Once a superstar detective, now society's deadweight. Relic rotting in a world of cyber geezers. Losing work to OGs, hackers, and robocops. No jobs, no money, no friends. It could have been worse, I lied to myself. At least I didn't sell my soul to some cybernetic mumbo-jumbo. But Lady Death was already at my doorstep. I could feel it in my gut. All I had to do is wait a little longer. My head. The Solcent specialty of the pit. 1 part sweet mushrooms, 1 part kick from a disgruntled mule, and 98 parts industrial alcohol. Though it won't make life any easier, it'll fall more agreeably than most other things. The bottle was almost empty. I needed a refill from the scay, if I can scratch up some creds, that is. New messages? None. New job inquiries? None. Pleasant surprises? None. The only thing of interest was the scandalous and tragic local news, with the saucy headlines. Cyber investigators impaled on the job. Always wondered who came up with these bonds mots. All the journalistic babble distilled, it said that 3 upper-crust investigators had been impaled at the Tresh Corner early this morning. I decided to add this to my daily stroll route. I wondered, what were the odds they all tripped and impaled themselves at the same time? Or maybe there was something more sinister involved. I slid open the drawer on the right side of my desk. Long use had worn the handle to welcome my fingers. What at first glance looked like a rat's nest was actually a pile of overdue bills and eviction notices. They'd make a nice fire starter. I shifted the papers around to see if they were hiding anything interesting. Something solid and heavy slammed against the inside of the drawer.
Easy, fuckface.
A familiar voice spoke inside my head.
Familiar? Now that's just slow. First you leave the hottest spot you ever could have dreamed of for another broad, and now this? So damn it, Cooper. If she was such a good partner, she'd stay, like me. But I'm a forgiving type, so here's an offer. Take me for a ride, like you once did, you pathetic sab. Wield me like the majestic, badass, death-dealing tool should be wielded. Own it!
I shoved the papers aside to get a better look. It was my old service weapon. A TT-88. Automatic. Black as the underworld's basement.
What did you expect? A tiny girl living in your desk drawer?
I holstered her. I could use the company. Cells of my palm celebrated the reunion with the lost phantom limb.
Oh, yes. I'm thirsty, Daddy.
Let's get you a drink then.
Those are the words a girl longs to hear.
A truly horrific necktie was hanged around my ceiling fan. I had just a single photo of my Carmen. A relic from the good old times. A mountain of muscle, fat, and jerry-rigged utility-class Augs burst through my office door. He was monstrous, almost grotesque. His breath? Whew, even more so. This big guy was wound tight as a clock spring. So, I countered with my trademark calm. Easy now, big fella.
No worry, Mr. Cooper. I know won't hurt you.
If you cooperate, that is.
Hey, Cooper is the first 6 letters of, cooperate.
I really hope that means you're going to pay your taxes.
A slimy tax collector, his talking gorilla, and a bitter detective. Looked like I was gonna die in a hall of cliches. This wasn't the first time Buzz had tried to collect. He wasn't the brightest crayon in the box. I had dodged him numerous times, but he'd never brought muscle with him before. What happens if I don't pay?
Then Dimwit takes you to the sludges and you work off your debt. In your case, it will take around 5 years. Who knows, you might even survive the full stretch.
No one comes back from the sludges, and you know it. Knowing Buzz, there'd be a giant gaping hole in his plan somewhere. Just needed to push the right buttons. Hey, buddy, why do you let him call you that?
Call me what, Mr. Cooper?
A dimwit. You know what that means, don't you?
It's my nickname, Mr. Cooper. Everyone call me Dimit.
Hey, we're here for the money, not the chit-chat.
No, I wanna know. Tell me, Mr. Cooper. No one make fun on Dimit.
What's your real name?
Me, Dimitri. But all peoples call me Dimit. Shorter to say.
Ah, I see. But Buzz isn't calling you Dimit, is he? Instead of Dimit, he says Dimwit. And Dimwit means a stupid person.
What you talking? You say Dimwit stupid? No one called Dimwit stupid.
No. That's what Buzz calls you.
Nonsense! Don't listen to him, dimwit! I'm not paying you to...
Did you hear that? He said it again.
Is that true, boss? You call Dimwit stupid?
I never call you stupid. I call you dimwit. It's what everyone calls you. Johnny Boy's talking nonsense, trying to mess with your head.
I knew I was onto something. But you just did. You called him Dimwit instead of Dimmit. You can't even stop yourself, can you?
My nickname not Dimwit. It's Dimmit. And Dimmit getting real mad now.
I'm your boss, you dimwit! You can't...
And my work was done. Dmitri raised his arms overhead like an ape. His smash Buzz to smithereens. But... I felt his hesitation. Big guy was hit hard with mixed feelings. Enough for the little guy to slime his way out.
I think I go see Nana now. Nana might worry.
We don't want that to happen, do we, Dmitri?
No. Thanks, Mr. Cooper. Goodbye.
I woke in pain to a breathtaking view. Across from my desk sat the smoothest, longest, most scantily clad pair of legs I'd ever dreamed of. Wearing a dress fashioned from a ridiculously luminous, scarlet as sin, out of this world material. Mind-numbingly beautiful. Perched in my chair like she owned the place.
I have a job for you, detective.
I can read anyone like a book, but this dame was just a cover. Beautiful design, but no story. Who are you, and where'd you pick up that line?
For the sake of this conversation, you can call me D.
I can respect privacy. Miss D it is. What can I do for you, Miss D?
I appreciate it. As I've said, I have a job for you.
I'm, neck deep in debts. I could use a job. I just need to take care of some loose ends.
I made sure that your troubles with local tax collectors and their apish enforcers go away forever. I've also taken the liberty to pay all of your outstanding bills.
I knew exactly what that meant. A deal with the devil.
It is. Your landlord, Bazinski, is not an easy man to deal with, especially when he's being outwitted. Luckily, his ego can be bought off with the right amount of creds.
A suicide mission. I'm listening.
Your reputation precedes you. Do this right, and you can have your peace. Until then, I own you.
One last job before she takes me away. I'm all ears, Miss D. What's the job?
A girl is missing. I want you to find her.
Nothing like spring break in the pit, right?
A new trend among youngsters. A taste of freedom, it's what they call it.
Tell me about this girl.
Her name is Lucy, a Class A+ citizen, 7 years old.
Wow. You didn't say she was only a kid. What was she doing out here alone?
7 decimal years. That's the equivalent of chronological 19. In fact, it was her 19th birthday.
I thought you uppers had a bigger budget for this kind of emergency.
We do. The best bullsec security was deployed moments after she went off the grid. That was at 9:10. Find out what happened to them.
I turned the green screen towards her. She took a moment to scan it.
Yes, that's them. Check that out. They might still be useful.
How do I find her?
Here's a photo. Reconstructed moments before she went off the grid.
She leaned forward to slide a picture onto the table. A girl full of life stared back, with deep green, rebellious eyes. Huh. Her pearly white smile gave up her naive. Reminded me of... Never mind. Synthesized hair color matched the iridescent blue of her oversized hood atop a pine green bolero. Behind her, fragment reconstruction showed 3 young men messing around and laughing. Probably her friends. They were on a metro train that took them to the end of the world. That was the place to start the investigation. Who is she to you? A daughter? Sister?
Arcology is no longer family-based, but she is as precious.
How does it work then?
When they turn 1 decimal time year old, they all go to prep school. There, they are supervised and guided by professionals to reach their best potential. At the age of 7, the age of majority, they have a month off before specialization and deployment.
Deployment?
To their professional careers, usually off-world.
Sounds like a very cold world they live in.
It's much more efficient, both for children and parents.
Efficiency isn't everything. What about the parents' love?
You mean hormonal responses? It's all chemistry, easily replaced with pills. Trust me, they never feel alone.
Wow. Every detail makes it sound colder and colder.
Maybe, but it keeps the arcology running at peak productivity.
Love in pill form. The world really has gone to hell. Her friends, did they return?
They came back at 021 hours. They were severely intoxicated and immediately placed in intensive care. They're in no state to be interrogated, so they're pretty much useless. If they do reveal any crucial information, I'll make sure you get it. But don't rely on that. You live in the Sentinel-forsaken pit, after all.
Okay, I'll start looking.
Good. I transferred the funds to your account. It should be enough to cover your expenses while you search. Got your back, partner.
I holstered the gun.
You were better, John. So much better than this wallowing PI bullshit you're trying to pull. Take this chance. Prove it yourself. I can help you.
Yeah, don't forget to bring along the sad string quartet, too.
Good partners are hard to find these days.
I tolerate this only 'cause it's a threesome. You hear me?
The Scray. Best watering hole in Terrahive. Quality service, organic alcohol, colorful faces, atmosphere, and zero tolerance for trouble. This joint has everything. Live music every other day. Damn, the place was always packed. Good old Malt knew what people needed.
And son, you break another mug for emphasizing reasons, I might have to take some precautions. And let me tell you, you ain't gonna like them. So, unless glass somehow doesn't fall under your dietary restrictions, I suggest you start behaving. We clear?
You're too soft on them.
Speaking of mugs, haven't seen yours for a while. Anything going on?
You want the good news or the bad news first?
Let's start with the bad news and segue to a lighter note.
I had a date with Buzz.
It was long overdue. What happened?
He picked an emotionally unstable man-child for a bodyguard. And I played him like a toy fiddle.
You didn't play him, you helped him.
Well, you always had a talent for delaying the inevitable.
Actually, my client made that problem disappear. Permanently.
Problems don't disappear, John. They either get solved or tucked away.
Right. Time for the good news. Got a case, believe it or not.
Not another adultery, I hope.
It's a bit more complicated. An upper girl went missing after partying with friends. And it turns out she's valuable to the towers.
Hell, that calls for a toast. A real gig, I mean, not the missing girl.
I wasn't given a choice, to be honest. I wouldn't say no to a drink, though. Here's a picture. By the way, maybe they took a wrong turn and ended up in the scray.
Mighty optimistic of you to think that uppers suddenly grew some taste.
Ah, you know me. I'm a glass half full kind of guy. I'm gonna need some fuel, Malt. 1 bottle's worth to be exact. The good stuff.
Cute. Already spending the front money, John?
My tab in the scray was laughably long. But now that I had a rich guardian upper, Malt was in for a shock.
Better question is, how's your liver?
Skip the lecture. I mostly needed to be my portable scray. You know, to limber up some tongues.
Mostly?
No, all right. I may indulge in a shot from time to time as a digestive.
Fine, but only because you caught yourself a case. Back to the ground already, or just stretching your back?
The former, I'm afraid. Later, Malt. The pit's sprawless streets, alleys, and empty lots went silent, became irrelevant, forgotten along with the people who roamed them. But this place... Trash exploded from an insignificant alley to a popular meeting place with curb-to-curb fast food stands. They had every kind of cuisine imaginable, backed by the smells of exhausted frying oil, charred grills, and a waft of spices from every corner of Terrahive. Poetry. I could have eaten the whole place, awnings and all. Now here's a real professional. Jim is one of the better cooks at Trash. Specializes in shavap wraps, something of a trademark fast food in these parts. But he'll make you anything you want, if he feels like it. He's especially fond of shavap fried rice for some reason. He has an entire book dedicated to that one dish, and he treats it like it's the gospel. Hey, Jim! What's cooking?
Isn't that my favorite detective, Uncle Johnny?
Jim calls me uncle because I saved his neck from his wife, who hired me to bust him up for cheating. He was worth more to me as a friend, and I was short on friends in those days. We, need to talk, buddy. I think you may have witnessed something really important.
Oh, anything for my Uncle Johnny.
Have you seen this girl wandering around?
No girls at my store, Uncle Johnny. Second shift today.
Who was around for her first shift then?
Mila, go bother her. Yo, scratch that. I don't know where she is.
Well, that was actually helpful.
I'm always here for Uncle Johnny.
You at least know where Mila lives, right?
Why are you bothering me? Go ask her 2,000 fuckboys.
Nothing wrong with a healthy sex life, Jim.
Agree, just ask your mom.
Any specific guy I should be looking for?
Now that I think about it, that moron Chuck thinks she's in love with him. Yeah, he's got him bull kebabs over there with another militia idiot.
Got it. Thanks, Jim. See ya, Chef.
So speak, Uncle Johnny. Good luck with the case. Phew, yeah.
Here's what due process in the pit looked like in those days. A few laughable strips of yellow tape and a couple of shit-for-brains thugs pretending to be guards. Full stop.
Hey, another step closer, little man. This is crime scene.
Yeah, and this is our jurisdiction.
Jurisdiction.
That, yes. Fine work, colleague.
Fine indeed. I'm a private investigator. You guys mind answering some questions?
What? Look at the little man, acting all swaggy.
Yeah, look at him. Fuck off, little man.
They even had authentic shiny badges. It was the end of days. Zaba and Schlop. Do you know the woman working the morning shift at Jim's place? The name of, Mila.
Yeah, bro. She's my girlfriend. What about her?
She's important to my investigation. Do you know where I can find her?
Hey, bro. She's my girlfriend. Don't mess with her, you hear?
She's not your girlfriend, idiot.
She's about to be. We're going on a date. You'll see.
Buddy, I might have some bad news for you.
What? Did she die? Is my Mila dead?
No, she's fine. Except, sitting on two chairs, so to speak.
Someone cut her in half?
Good soul. Mila hasn't been faithful to you. She's not into monogamy or whatever. I actually think she's seeing someone else right now.
Told you, bro. You would listen.
You're just jealous. First, I'm taking her to Coffee Inn for some drinks. After that, who knows? I heard when she told someone that's her favorite spot in the flats.
Kirwell, where did you even find flowers?
Well, they're plastic, but she won't mind. Fuck! Now I can't leave my post!
No, you can't. And you're better off here, dumbass.
Calm down, bro. I'll talk to her. I'm swinging by the flats anyway. And I know Coffee Inn.
You would do that? thanks, bro. I would hug you, but I'm a professional. Just please get my lady back.
I'll do my best. Wish me luck.
You? Saving someone's relationship? I know you were faking, but damn, I do love some good irony.
I felt uneasy thinking about going to the flats again, but the road led there, and I had to follow.